Toneforge Ben Bruce is a unique guitar tone processor designed by Joey Sturgis Tones. It allows you to achieve larger-than-life guitar tones from direct input signal to final mix using only this plugin. This Toneforge model offers rhythm and clean channels, 4 stomp boxes, a built-in chromatic tuner, and Joey's uniquely designed mixing DSP. The gate knob dynamically controls the overall amount of noise reduction. This is similar to an expander. The input knob controls the amount of gain coming into the plugin. The plugin performs best when this value does not reach red on the input meter. The output knob controls the output volume of the entire plugin. It is recommended to stay below the red zone of the output meter. Clicking on the tuner fork provides access to the tuner. Clicking on the question mark provides access to the manual. At the bottom of the interface, a selector menu allows you to access the various modules of this plugin. You can control or command plus click, as well as double-click on each thumbnail to disable or enable the module. The amplifier cannot be disabled. Disabling the cabinet module also disables all post-processing. Alternatively, you can click on Signal Path to view the signal flow of the modules, including Joey's Magic post-processing. Clicking on the modules in this section also disables or enables them. The pedal page contains 2 pedals. Clicking on the channel switcher allows you to switch between the lead and clean channels of the amplifier. Clicking on the overdrive pedal switches to the overdrive page. The overdrive pedal has 3 controls: drive for controlling the amount of drive for the pedal, tone for controlling the tone shaping applied by the pedal, and gain to control the overall volume of the pedal. The gain control can also be used to virtually overload the amp for additional gain and saturation. Clicking on Back to Overview returns to the pedal overview page. The controls for both the lead and clean channels function as follows. The gain knob controls the amount of gain into the amplifier. The bass knob controls the amount of bass frequencies for the amplifier. The mid knob controls the amount of mid frequencies for the amplifier. The treble knob controls the amount of high frequencies for the amplifier. The presence knob controls the amount of higher frequencies for the amplifier. The master knob controls the total output of the amplifier. Clicking on Back to Channel Selector opens the channel switcher page. The cabinet module contains 4 different virtual microphone positions that you can switch between as different shades of frequency response. The effects page contains 3 pedals, which can be accessed by clicking on them. On the stereo delay effect, time controls the delay time for the left channel. Offset controls the delay time for the right channel. Tone controls the EQ filter on the wet signal of the delay. Mix controls the balance between the dry and wet signal. Feedback controls the length of the delay tail. Sync switches between milliseconds and tempo sync. Clicking on the Back to Effects overview returns you to the effects page. On the rotary effect, tone controls the EQ filter on the wet signal of the rotary. Mix controls the balance between the dry and wet signal. Speed switches the speed of the virtual rotary horn. On the reverb module, size controls the size of the room. Pre-delay controls the amount by which the reverb signal is delayed. Decay controls the tail of the reverb. Tone controls the EQ filter on the wet signal of the reverb. Mix controls the balance between the dry and wet signal of the reverb. This plugin comes equipped with a guitar tuner for reading out the current note being played, while also displaying a meter below for fine-tuning to the intended tone. Clicking on the fork again closes the tuner. The equalizer contains 5 EQ bands, 1 low shelf or high-pass filter, 1 high shelf or low-pass filter, and 3 mid-range parametric EQs. The black row of knobs controls the gain of each EQ, while the blue row of knobs controls the Q width of each EQ, and the whitish row of knobs controls the frequency of the EQ, ranging from 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. The threshold knob of the limiter controls the level at which the limiter will start to limit the signal. This is an automatic gain control limiter and will automatically adjust the makeup gain. The output knob controls the overall output volume of the limiter. The controls have some additional functionality accessed by the following methods. Double-click/right-click allows you to manually type in a number value for the control point. Control or command plus click resets the control value back to its default. Shift-clicking gives you finer movement over the controls. Right-click allows you to access the automation menu, supported by the VST3 format. Clicking on the Toneforge logo will display the About screen, which contains useful information for troubleshooting technical support issues. We hope this video will help you to better use the plugin while making great music. And remember to check out Toneforge Menace, Joey's signature metal guitar tone, available now at joeysturgistones.com.